Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Hi, warm greetings and welcome everyone to tonight's public talk. Our topic is very fascinating. It's called Freedom from Addiction, How to Stop the Downward Spiral. I'm sure we all have our bad habits. We're only human, right? I know I do. I was a workaholic. Some of us may have habits like smoking, gambling, addicted to our phone. Also, we have more subtle addictions like complaining about people or things around us, or we're used to feeling insecure, worried, or even stressed. If you are looking for a way to explain why this happens and how to overcome it, you have come to the right place. This evening, we will open the door for you to see all your problems from a different perspective, a very interesting one. I'm proud to say this public talk is held by DMO, the very first English-based platform in Asia under Diamond Cutter Institute Global, or DCIG. DCIG brings together more than 300,000 people worldwide every year. It teaches the greatest ideas in Asian philosophy and how to apply them for business, professional life, and family life. But before we dive in further, I'm joined by my partner for tonight. I call her the Fireball because she is so energetic, so vibrant, and has an amazing spark in her, as you will soon see. And here she is, Helena So. Over to you, Helena.
Thank you. Hi, Grace. Thank you so much for the gracious introduction. It is so wonderful to be back. I'm very honored and privileged to introduce the first speaker for tonight's event. He has been working tirelessly to make everything possible for us. He's none other than our founder, DMO, Mr. Geshe. Mr. Geshe currently holds an impressive portfolio. Below are some of his credentials. So since learning the Diamond Cutter system in 2014 together with his lovely wife, Cynthia, they actively pursue the task of bringing the system to Indonesia. And at the present moment, Mr. Geshe is a senior lead consultant for Diamond Wisdom Indonesia. Apart from this, he is an associate professor with Sedona International Management since September 2020. In 2021, DMO Wisdom was born to cater to all English-speaking people across Asia. To add more feathers to his cap, he speaks multiple languages, and his vast experience in Japanese and American countries and companies were added bonus to his expertise in many areas of his life. Let us welcome Mr. Geshe, who is most notably known as the author of the book Wheel of Life, which is Level 6 is based on. Therefore, you are absolutely at the right place to sign up for this Level 6. Please join me to welcome Teacher Geshe. Over to you.
Hi, thank you very much. It's an honor to be here with all of you tonight. And I'm very happy to see we have 51 friends online. A very big and good welcome to all of you. And tonight is very special. Beside our DMO Wisdom audience, which are English speakers, we also have audience from Indonesia. So if you see some Indonesian names, they are from Indonesia. All right, first of all, I would like to introduce DMO Wisdom. What is DMO Wisdom? DMO just means diamond. So basically, we are talking about Diamond Wisdom. And we had a meeting this morning, and I think our talented MC, Helena, helped to create this picture. And I think it looks nice. That's why I included the picture here. Well, this is just some of us in DMO Wisdom. There are more than there are more people in the team, but this is a very nice picture and I would like to showcase a bit. Okay, now what is DMO Wisdom? This is our vision. DMO Wisdom strives to be a platform for DC practitioners to apply the seed system, by becoming very successful in 5 main areas of life. We also help the practitioners to apply the system by serving and inspiring all people around the world to become very successful. That is our vision. And how about mission? We would like to support people who want to learn the DC principles. We want to support people who want to apply these principles in their lives, both personally and professionally, so as to become very successful. And our goals are to deliver DC principles as taught by Geshe Michael Roach, to facilitate the application of the DC principles in personal and professional lives, and to inspire people to learn and to start applying the DC principles. Now, what do? We have many events going on at the moment. We have the intensive programs. The next one is what our MC, beautiful Helena, mentioned, called Level 6. And then we have application lab sessions. After we learn, how do we apply what we learn in our life? This is where application lab comes in. And this is unique just to DMO Wisdom. We also have in our planning short courses and workshops to help people not just to understand, not just to apply, not just to analyze, but to evaluate and to create success in their life using what they are learning. We have our Tiger Mind sessions. This is a session where we discuss the principle together, read the books, and learn how to apply it in our life. We have our DMO Cafe every evening, 9 p.m. Singapore, Malaysia time. If you would like to know more, you are welcome to join us. And we have 18K Club coming soon. 18K, it's just like, it's a metaphor. We want to polish you from 18 karat gold to become 24 karat. So these are all the exciting things that we have in store for all of us who are speaking English. And also, we are going to migrate this to Indonesia audience too. So please join us. We have a Telegram group and also WhatsApp group. We are going to share this later on again. So if you want to, you can take a snapshot of this. You can join us using the QR code. You can also join us by typing the URL. Now, tonight, we are talking about the freedom from addiction, how to stop the downward spiral. Tonight is a public talk. It means Geshe Michael is going to address this to the public. What we are going to learn tonight is a lot. So we are going to address all these questions. Do I have bad habits or do I have addictions? How can I help others who have bad habits or addictions? What is the impact of bad habits or addictions to me and others? How much bad habits and addictions are too much? And finally, what is a bad habit? And when does it become an addiction? This topic has been addressed for the past 6 years. Since 2015, 7 years. Since 2015, we have this topic and we have been focusing a lot on addictions. But what is our response? Hey, you have addiction. Our response will be, are you sure? I don't think I have addiction. So addiction is something which is very serious. We are going to talk about this addiction. We are going to talk about, we used to talk about addictions. We used to talk about how do we identify addictions? How do we know if it is an addiction and how we can get rid of the addiction? But now, this year, Geshe Michael revised the content slightly. In DCI, our content is never static. Our content is always, Geshe Michael is always continuously upgrading our content. So for this time round, level 6, we are going to move the focus on addiction to bad habits. We know we can define addictions as having 4 components. We say that it is a compulsive behavior. We say that it is something that we enjoy, but we cannot control. We say that it is hurting ourselves, and we say that it is hurting others. Now, how about bad habits? Apparently, bad habits are less serious than addiction, but it is nevertheless affecting us badly. It is causing us unhappiness. It is robbing us of our energy. It is robbing us of our time. It is robbing us of our success. So if we want to become successful, we need to be able, first of all, to identify what bad habits do we have. And after we can identify the bad habits, how do we address them? How do we stop them? And even how do we change the energy that was supposed to be channeled towards the bad habits? How can we change those energy into something positive to help us become very successful in our life? In DCI, we learn about how to make our life not just successful, but become very, very successful. So how do we identify our bad habits, stop the habits, change the energy of bad habits into something positive to help us bring us into the future, which is a very successful future? So all these sound very good, big promise, but don't believe me. Please pay your utmost close attention to what Geshe Michael is going to talk about in the next 1 hour and 15 minutes. That's all my introduction today. Over to you, beautiful MCs.
Thank you so much, Teacher Shugan. That was a very impressive presentation, and it opens my eyes truly. And it says, addictions can come in various forms without even us realizing it. It is indeed something that we didn't realize it because it is so subtle in some ways, because we don't take drugs, right? So we find out, oh, I don't have any addictions. But then after you understand what is addictions, then it will be a totally different kind of paradigm shift. I would like to invite all of you who are English-speaking people living across Asia to be a part of our DMO family. DMO is a place where we can all learn, practice, and grow together. Join us through our Telegram account, WhatsApp, as is in, can you see on the screen, and also look at the chat box so that you're able to join us. Now, without further ado, our next speaker is our very own founder, Geshe Michael Roach. He has a very unique background. He graduated from Princeton University with honors and received a Medal of Honor from the US President. And he was also the first American to complete and receive the Geshe degree in a Tibetan monastery. Now, at the same time, most importantly, he founded Ending International and grew from a small company to achieving $250 million in annual sales. And it was sold to Warren Buffett in the year 2009. And now, because he practices the seed system and he spread it to us, to the amazing world. So please join me to welcome the founder of Diamond Kara System, Geshe Michael Roach. Over to you, IT.
Hi, welcome to our free DCI Level 6 invitation event. And we're going to be, kind of relaxed and just enjoy the time. And we're talking about new ideas for overcoming our bad habits and our addictions. And I'm in the bathroom changing into my suit, and I'm thinking what I'm going to say. And one thing I can say happily is that, gosh, this level is so deep, and there's like 100 different ideas here. And I like that about DCI Global. Personally, I like to have lots of options. I like it if the teacher gives me 10 different choices or 20 different choices, and then I can choose the one I feel close to, like what I think will work with my bad habit or my addiction. So I just kind of wanted to say that at the beginning so that you don't feel overwhelmed. It's a lot of information, it's a lot of deep ideas, and just look at it like a candy store. Like, don't try to eat all the candy. You'll probably get sick. Okay, so we're gonna go through a lot of ideas from DCI level 6 of how to overcome this cycle. And we say that the cycle of addiction or bad habits is self-perpetuating. It means the end of this cycle starts it again. It's a very sad thing, there's a momentum of it's like a wheel, and then you go through one cycle of addictive behavior or bad habit, and then as you come to the end of it, there's some kind of energy which starts a new one, and it's a downward cycle. And so we're going to talk about many different ways to attack your addictions or your bad habits. And personally, I enjoyed teaching many different ways because I enjoy studying them, I enjoy thinking about them, and I feel strongly that if we give you lots of choices, something will call to you, you'll be attracted to this option or this option, and you can try it out on your addiction. And I personally enjoy giving lots of options. I enjoy going deeper with the people who want to go deeper. If you don't want to go deeper, it's okay. Take the basic information, use it. And this is a free event. You're welcome to just enjoy, watch it as many times as you want. If you're interested, you can come to DCI Level 6. You don't have to, but I think it'd be good. I think it'd be great for you. So anyway, relax, have fun. I'm going to relax and have fun. And I'm actually going to talk about some extra, deeper ideas in addition to the level 6 that you're going to be taking. Okay, so personally, I enjoy going deeper. I enjoy new ideas. So maybe there's even some ideas here that you won't hear in DCI level 6. So you can combine them. You can use both. Also, just for your information, DCI Global designs a new topic every year. We have a new level every year. We have 12 foundational levels, and we started another 12 advanced levels. And advanced level 2, we are working on it now. In fact, last night I was up most of the night because I was so excited about it. So DCI Global level 2, I'm actually going to give you a little taste of that also during this free invitation event for level 6. Level 2, advanced level 2, which comes out later. It's about how to take your dreams, techniques from moving dreams into reality. So here's reality. Here's your dream life. We all have a big dream life. We all have big dreams in our mind. We all have things we would like to do. And we have a sort of a big, I don't know, in this part of our mind, we have a bunch of dreams, And then over here is our reality. And it's kind of not too full with those dreams. And is there a way that you could grab a dream and then almost physically push it into reality, push it into your real world? Take the dream side from your mind and push it into the reality. And so we're going to be talking about, because I'm working on both projects at the same time, you're going to be hearing some ideas from our advanced level 2 of how to overcome addictions and bad habits. Let's start out on I call it a fine line between a bad habit and an addiction. And here's a picture of a lady with a donut, And when I think about, the original DCI Level 6, it was about how to overcome addictions. Because we had so many people, as we traveled around the world, many, many people would come to us and they would say someone in their family has a bad addiction, maybe alcohol, internet, pornography, gambling, something, drugs, food addictions. And people would often come up to me during programs and say, someone in my family has an addiction. And in my family also, we had several people in my family who had serious addictions, and it hurts the family. It's very, very difficult for everybody. It's a family problem, addiction becomes a family problem. So people would ask me about addictions. We created DCI Level 6, and it was 6 years ago, more than 6 years ago. And that level of it was called Peel Off Your Addictions. It was very popular. People used it all over the world. And then we got feedback. And I think a fun thing about working for DCI Global is we listen to feedback and we change the programs. If somebody says, I love the program, the original DCI Level 6, that it's a great program. But could you also add something else? Could you cover something new? And then I said, well, what are you thinking about? And they say, Geshe, you covered these very serious addictions like alcohol, heavy drugs, pornography, gambling. But you didn't talk about small addictions like bad habits, So many people came to me and they said, I know people with bad addictions. I know alcoholics, and I know drug users. But I'm not like that. I'm just kind of a normal person. I have kind of a normal job. I have a regular family. I don't have an addiction which is killing me or killing my family or something like that. I don't have this kind of addiction. But I have smaller bad habits, smaller addictions. And I guess the first thing I wanted to say in this free invitation event is that, don't you feel like sometimes bad habit and addiction, it's unclear where's the line? When does a bad habit become an addiction? And when you fight the addiction, when do you get it down to back to a bad habit? Bad habits tend to change into addictions, and when you fight them, sometimes the addiction, if you're successful, will become an occasional smaller bad habit. So I think when we talk about the difference, the slide that comes to my mind is this lady eating a donut, okay? And a donut is a bad habit. Eating donuts is a bad habit. And you started, I don't know, in America, when we're small kids, our parents will give us sweets as reward if we're good. Even in the school, I remember in the school, my teacher had a butterscotch candy, special candy. And if I give a good answer in the class, they will give me butterscotch candy. At that time, it's just kind of fun, and it's a sweet way to tell the children, oh, you did a good job in the school. Here's a piece of candy, And then later, that candy becomes a bad habit. I think, like when I went to college, then I remember in my college, Princeton, we go to a special dining hall every night. And for the first time in my life, I grew up in a big family. And we get dessert, as many as we want in the university. So there's no mom there in the university watching. You can go back and take 5 desserts, 10 desserts. And then it became a bad habit for me, And I ate a lot. And when you're young, it burns off, right? You don't get fat too fast. But you can eat 3 or 4. I remember one night, my friend took me to the ice cream store. And it's a sit-down restaurant. And they have a special deal. They have a special plate of ice cream. 17 scoop of ice cream. 17 different flavors. And it's pretty expensive. It's like $20. It's a lot of money for a student. But if you can eat the whole thing, it's free. So I said, oh yeah, I can do that, And we ordered, this is how addiction starts, right? So it's fun. My friends said, you can't do it. I said, I can do it. We ordered the 17. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And I started eating the 17 scoop of ice cream. It took me 3 hours. And I finished about 10 scoops, and I start to feel sick, But I'm very stubborn. I said, I can do it. I can do it. And also, I don't want to pay. Finally, 7 o'clock, they start to close the restaurant. I still have 2 or 3 scoops of ice cream left. And I can't eat it, But I don't want to give up. Then the owner came out. He said, you know what, boy, it's okay. You don't have to finish. Just go. Just go home. I want to close the restaurant, And this is where there's kind of a fine line between an addiction and a bad habit. So my bad habit with sweets started to become an addiction. Then as I got older, it becomes more serious. You're talking diabetes. You're talking high blood pressure. You're talking possible stroke. Kidney disease, liver disease, then obviously this bad habit started to slide into an addiction. And an addiction what's the difference between an addiction and a bad habit? In my mind, it's the damage it can do to your body or damage to your family, okay? Then is it an addiction or not? Well, I don't know. It could be just a bad habit. But when it starts to hurt your health, when you can die from it or hurts your family very seriously, then I'd say it's an addiction. And I feel like our bad habits can all become an addiction, okay? We have to be careful. We can't just do a DCI global level about how to stop addictions, because also bad habits are dangerous because they become addictions so easily, okay? So this is a big change we made. If you've been to DCI level 6 before, we made a big change. We're also talking now about bad habits because they are smaller, but they become addictions. The example we gave in the teasers to this invitation event, you might have an addiction to wine, to alcohol, and then you might have a bad habit that you never clean up your desk. And yesterday, my wife forced me to clean up my desk, and actually at the end of the day, she said, "Thank you for doing it," And it also felt better for me. So that's a typical example. Being messy in your house, collecting too much stuff that you don't use, And then living in the middle of all that stuff. I had a friend, I used to go visit her mom, and her mom had a small house with 3 or 4 bedrooms, and one bedroom is full of junk to the top of the ceiling, and she never cleaned it out. And her mother passed away, and the room was still the same. She never cleaned it in her life, and I think sometimes we are like that. So bad habit and addiction, they are both dangerous. We have to talk. When we talk about stopping addiction, in my mind, we have to talk about stopping bad habits also, because they're so close to each other. So I live in a small little town. It's a funny story how I got there. Long story. But it's only, I think, 5,000 people. It's a real farming town and a cowboy town. And the people there are completely different. I lived in New York for 20 years, and then I came here. And completely different kind of people, you know. And everything is different. We don't even have a grocery store. You cannot buy food in my town. You have to go to another town. And the streets are really bad. Okay, you can expect, right, in a country, small farming town, the streets are bad. My street, they don't even have paving on my street. It's a dirt road. And if it rains, it's difficult to drive over this road, okay? And then recently, it was amazing, and I don't know how they do it. Here you can see in the next picture here of a street making machines. And these machines that showed up one day in our little town, I don't even know who pays for it, because we are not a legal town. We don't have a town council. We don't have a mayor. We are called unincorporated. We are not a town. We don't have enough people to make a town. So we don't have town government, nothing. I don't know who pays for the road, but there was some big machines came, and they finished this road in one day. Beautiful. It's unbelievable, beautiful, smooth road. It feels, we say in English, in American English, we say smooth as a baby's bottom. Smooth as the baby's bottom. And the road is beautiful and smooth, you know. And it feels so different, and it feels so nice to drive on it, you know. And I don't know who made it. I don't even know who to thank for it. Some government agency. But they did such a beautiful job, you know. Why am I showing this picture? It's that DCI level 6, DCI global level 6, we are giving you a completely new approach to bad habits and addiction. You never heard, I promise you never heard of this system to stop your bad habits and stop your addictions, okay? And I say, you're gonna like it, okay? It's totally, totally different than anything you ever heard before. It is strongly based in this ancient knowledge from Asia, okay? And I don't know, since I went to Princeton, how many years ago? 48 years ago, I've been studying this ancient wisdom, these ancient books, starting at Princeton. And they're so wonderful, they're so cool. And they have amazing ideas for how to do normal things, you know, like start a business. And I don't know, I was at the, I think I told you guys, I was at the dentist a few days ago. And the tooth cleaner was a new person, I don't know them. And we were talking, and I said, well, yeah, I used to live in New York. And she said, well, what did you do? And I said, well, I had a diamond business, diamond jewelry business. And she said, well, wow. Oh, because I have a diamond in my tooth. Then she asked me why you have a diamond in your tooth. And I said, well, I wanted to remember my diamond business. And she said, well, do you still have it? And I said, no, Warren Buffett bought it. 2009, something like that. And she said, oh, Warren Buffett bought your company. You know, you must have a big business. That must be very successful. And I'm like, actually, I never tell people around here about my past life in New York. And she said, wow, that's exciting. That company wasn't a small company. And then I said, yeah, you're right. It wasn't a small, it was a huge company. It was the largest in the world. And she said, wow, you know. And then I realized I never talk about it around here because it's a small town. But the same method which helped me to start that company, also we can use it for your addictions. You see, it's cool ideas and cool methods for getting over our bad habits and getting over our addictions, okay? Now, I'm gonna, go to the next slide here. And I like this picture. I got tired of pictures of dogs chewing on pins. And they're hard to find, and the dog always looks the same. So I got this picture yesterday, and I like it. And this is a thing called the pen thing. If you've studied any DCI Global before, you know about the pen thing. I'll just describe it for those of you who didn't hear about the pen. But we have a very simple proof. And it is a proof, okay? Proof means nobody can say it's not true, okay? Just prove it. And even if you don't want to agree, you have to agree, okay? So it's not an opinion. It's not that I'm trying to convince you of something I believe. It's just a fact, okay? Let's talk about it. To me, when I see this, okay, it's a toy, but probably Maitri's, right? It's actually worth, I think. It's a pen, okay? To me, it's a pen. And if a dog came in the room, and I used to have a little dog. Somebody asked me to watch a dog for 2 weeks. It was like 5 years. They didn't come back. So I had a dog, and that dog loved to chew these things. When my dog, his name was Theo, okay? And when that dog saw this thing, he likes to chew on it, And then I start to think, when I wave this thing around for Theo, my dog, what does he see, And then you don't think about it much. You just get irritated. Oh, the dog is ruining my pen. But actually, if you think about it a little bit, the dog doesn't see a pen. The dog's not trying to hurt Michael's pen. Theo's not trying to bother Michael. Theo wants to share Michael's chew toy. Okay, that's all. We are like brother dogs. I'll tell you something interesting, Vivian. I went to the pet shop. I said, I have a trouble with this dog. They said, what's the trouble with your dog? I said, he barks when I have dinner with my wife. He always barks. I go, wow, wow. Because then we give him a little food, and then he wants more, and he keeps barking. It's very irritating. I said, how to train him to stop barking, And they said, oh, no, you don't understand. Dog always stay with other dogs. Dog stays in a pack. Dogs like to stay together. 5 dogs, 10 dogs. They run together. They look for food together. Wild dogs, okay? So your dog, he's alone. And your wife and you are like a pack. But he wants to be a member of your pack. So the dog trainer, he said, get a big chair, put it at the table, same height as you, and put the dog on the chair. He will be quiet for 2 hours. He will sit quietly. He won't ask for food. He wants to be in the team. He wants to be in the group of the dogs. Then I tried it, and it's amazing, okay? He just sit there happy, and now he feels like he's a member of the family, and that's why he was barking, okay? So dog sees a different world. The dog sees this as something to chew. I see it as something to ride. That proves that the pen is coming from me. That proves that the pen is coming from me. You cannot deny it. Nobody in the world who has a brain can say it's not true. Okay? Obviously, I see one thing. Obviously, the dog sees a different thing. So it must be that this pen is coming from my mind somehow. And chew toy is coming from the dog's mind somehow. And it's not true that the pen is coming from its side, because then the dog will see the pen. And you say, oh, Geshe, I came to this talk, free talk, because I heard I can get over my bad habits and my addictions. Why are you talking about this dog and this pen? It's because that's the key to fix your addictions. It's so fun and it's so amazing, okay? Where's addiction coming from? When you drink alcohol, okay? Where's the alcohol coming from? Does the dog want a beer? Like something about alcohol, something about the thing you're addicted to, it's coming from you, okay? Something about it. I'm not saying the addiction is coming from you. I'm not saying that. I'm saying what you're addicted to, alcohol, drugs, gambling, pornography, it's coming from you. It's coming from you, okay? That thing you're addicted to is coming from you. If that's true, then we could fight our bad habits with a new method, okay? A new method. If I have a bad habit, I don't know, my messy desk or my house, too much junk around the house, stuff I have storehouse, probably you have storeroom in your house, and it's full of junk, I have like 12 pairs of shoes I never ever wear. I think they're too small anyway. And I have clothes like that. I have clothes I never wear, but I'm too lazy to get rid of them. Now listen, if those extra clothes come from your mind, then maybe you can get rid of it easily, Maybe there's some interesting method. If the extra clothes in my closet that fill up my closet, and by the way, they're too small, okay? My friend Nick Lashaw, professor, he said, Geshe, this is a terrible thing. He moved to San Diego, California. I said, Nick, how's California? He said, everything's beautiful, Geshe. I go surfing, the ocean is beautiful. My daughter, Amelie, she loves the ocean. Her mother, Erin, everybody likes the California. But only, everything's great, And then just a few problems. I'm like, what's the problem? I thought California's like perfect place. He said, no, Geshe, we have a very big problem. I said, what's the problem? He says, there's a special bad people in California. They come to your house at night. They go into your closet. They take your pants and they make it smaller. I think they are sewing and late at night, and they change your pants. And then you try them on the next day and they're too small. And then, I don't know, you think, God, I paid $100 for these pants. I don't want to throw them away. So maybe I will lose weight. So you keep the pants. Do you know how many pairs of pants I have that this special bad person made smaller? And I can't use them anymore, but I don't want to throw them away, okay? So we have this extra stuff, bad habit. Extra stuff, bad habit. Now, if those extra pants come from me, somehow, okay? If somehow those pants are coming from me, like the pen, okay? Then I can change my bad habits. I have power. I have a unique power. And DCI Global, level 6, that's what we're going to be talking about, okay? We're talking about a new idea, a completely new method to get rid of your addictions. And it depends on a thing called the 3 spheres. So here's my next picture here. I don't know, you know this guy. I except he's too thin. It looks like me. So he's got his coffee, which everybody I know has to have coffee in their hand in the morning, okay? I don't know. Even if there's a nuclear war, we have to make coffee first. Then we think about the war, you know. So he's got his coffee and he's got his cell phone, okay? And he's going to work because he has his work bag on his shoulder, okay? And I'm guessing he's in New York. This looks like me, 19 years in the corporate life in New York. And you cannot drive a car into New York. If you drive a car, you're crazy. It will take 3-4 hours, okay, in the daytime. So we take the subway, or I took the bus for 19 years. I have money to buy a car. In fact, my company offered me a helicopter. I said, too much trouble, you know. But then when you get out of the subway, you have to walk to your office. In New York, we walk a lot, okay? Why am I talking about that? This guy is checking his phone, okay? So that's the new addiction. Everybody has it. One of the funniest things in the world is to watch a person who thinks they lost their phone. And it's like, I don't know, when I go gardening in my garden, we have special ant, red ant, insect. They have teeth like this, and they like to bite you, you know. And sometimes when I'm gardening, they climb up in my pants, and they start to bite bad place. And then you do the dance, you know, red ant dance, you know, and you're like, ah, 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 you know. Also, people who lost their phone, they same dance. They do the same dance. Ah, 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 ah. It looks like the insect biting them, you know. You say, are you okay? You have insect? No, I don't have insect. What's wrong? I lost my phone. I lost my phone. And they get a panic, you know. It's an addiction. It's a bad habit, you know. People now, I don't know, they sit down with their family for dinner, and everybody just look at their phone, you know, and they don't talk to each other, and it's sad, you know. So anyway, when we're talking about an addiction, we have to use an ancient idea that's called the 3 spheres, okay? And I'll tell you what the 3 spheres are. There's the thing that you're addicted to, which is the phone, okay? And then there's the person who's addicted. And that's me and you and everybody else in the world, okay? I heard it's impossible to make good money selling cell phone now. Why? Everybody already has one. There's nobody don't have one. The sales of new phone dropped a lot because even in small Africa country, they already have a phone. They don't need a phone. They got a phone, okay? So there's people, addicted people. Then there's the phone, which they're addicted to the phone. And then there's the addiction. So these are called the 3 spheres. I'm going to show you a picture here, yeah. This is a traditional drawing of the 3 spheres. One of these black balls is that young man walking to his job. Okay, one of these 3 balls is his phone. Okay, and one of these 3 balls is the connection between the man and his phone. Okay, so there's 3 balls here, 3 circles. the man who has the phone addiction, internet addiction, the cell phone, and the internet, which he's addicted to. And then there's a connection between the two, okay? And that connection stays all day. So there's three problems here. There's really three problems here. When you have an addiction, we can talk about the ancient idea called the three spheres. And by the way, if you want to go deeper, when advanced level 2 comes out soon this year, you'll be hearing more about these three spheres, okay? Three spheres. It's an ancient idea. It's, I don't know, over 1,000 years old. And the three spheres interlock, okay? They interlock, okay? The phone is connected to the guy. The connection is connected to the phone. The connection is connected to the guy. The guy, the phone, and the connection, they form a three-part circle. That's why it's called Korsum, or the three spheres, okay? Now, why are we talking about that? It's gonna help you stop your addiction, okay? If you understand the addicted person, the thing they're addicted to, and the addiction itself, if you understand these three, where they are coming from, how they connect to each other, if you understand it, you can stop your addictions and you can stop your bad habits. And by the way, I mean, if you ever had a bad, so I'm 69 years old. I had bad habits in my life. I still have bad habits. I still have addictions, okay? And I fight them. And I have to say something. When you use the DCI system, you can beat any addiction, and you can beat any bad habit, and you feel so good. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say, okay? Like these bad habits and these addictions, they drain your energy, they steal your energy, okay? Like, I don't know, eating addiction, alcohol addiction, cigarette addiction, pornography addiction, gambling addiction. They steal your time, they steal your energy, they steal the harmony in your family, okay? They steal your life, okay? And when you get rid of them, oh my gosh, you feel so happy all the time. So I think if you ever met a DCI global teacher or someone who's been working on using DCI system, I can say generally they're happier, you know, they're more successful, and they're always in a good mood. I mean, most of the time. Our office in Sedona, Arizona, in America, it's a strange place. We're having fun all the time. You know, we're just having fun all the time. People love to come to the office. It's hard to get people out of the office. You know, it's so fun, and everyone's using this system to get rid of their bad habits, and they have less bad habits. We are not perfect. Me, I'm not perfect. I still have addictions. I still have bad habits. But I have beat a lot of them using the DCI system. And you feel so good, okay? You feel so happy, okay? Now, now I'm going to test you. What are the three spheres? Do you remember? You're not just listening to Grandpa, are you? Okay, number one, what's the thing you addicted to? Here, my phone, okay? Who's the person who's addicted? Me, okay? And what's the connection? Well, that's the addiction. Here's the phone, here's Geshe Michael, and then there's the addiction between us. It connects us. It's like this three-part circle, okay? Now, if the pen is correct, each one of those circles is coming from you. Okay? If the pen is correct, then the cell phone that you're addicted to is coming from you. And the person who's addicted is also coming from you. Not from your mom, okay? And the addiction is coming from you. All three circles are coming from you. That means you have power to stop your addiction, okay? You have power to make this, to use it responsibly, just when you need to use it. You have power to change the phone. You have power to change the person. And you have power to change your relationship to your phone. It doesn't have to be addiction, okay? Those three things, if the pen is true, then the phone, the addicted phone user, and that tie between the phone and me, those are all coming from you. You can change them, okay? So let's talk about that. Let's go to that. Okay. This next picture, I love this. I thought Vivian, Chloe, I thought you guys would like this picture. Kong Xing. Okay. I was looking for a picture of a guy with an empty pocket. And then suddenly this picture came up. And I was like, wow, that's a great picture. Okay. Why? Her purse is empty. I mean, not just no money, but no lipstick, no, I don't know, mirror, no pens, no credit cards. The purse is empty, completely empty, okay? So listen, the telephone which you're addicted to is empty. The person addicted to the telephone is empty, and the connection, the relationship between us is empty. Each of those three circles, each of those three spheres is empty. What does empty mean? Double not. Double not. Okay? Empty means not. Okay? Empty means not. Okay? What do you mean, Geshe? I mean, empty means not coming from you. Not coming from you. Okay? Is this phone not coming from you? No, Geshe. It's not coming from me. Oh, so it is coming from you. Yes. Okay. Is the person addicted to the phone? Is it not coming from you? No, it is coming from me. So it's not coming from you, right? The addicted person. That's correct, Geshe. When you add not to not, you get is. When you add two nots, not, it becomes is, okay? Geshe is not coming from his seeds. Geshe is not coming from mental seeds. The phone is not coming from mental seeds. The addiction is not coming from mental seeds. This pen, we said, somehow is coming from me. Why, Geshe? Well, the dog doesn't see a pen. It must be coming from me somehow, okay? Somehow it's coming from me. The phone is also coming from me. I'm also coming from my seeds. And the addiction is coming from my seeds. All three. Now let's take those one by one. The person who has the addiction, the thing they're addicted to, and the addiction relationship itself. Let's look at each of those and let's see how we can stop the addiction, all right? Here we go, number one. Here's Grandpa's real happiness. He even looks like my family, I don't know. A little bit red hair before it turned gray, and the same color eyes, and a little bit chubby. Okay, we have 4 brothers in my family. We all like to eat. And this is the first of the 3 spheres, okay? This is the first of the 3 spheres. If you're gonna have an addiction, you gotta have 3 things. Thing you're addicted to, the addiction, and then the person who's addicted. And this is the guy who's addicted. Okay, now this is what psychiatrists call addicted personality. He has an addicted personality. Okay, what's it mean? Many people, if they see donut, they think, I don't want it. It's not healthy. That sugar give me diabetes. The fat will give me a heart attack. You know, I don't want to stay in the bed. I don't want to cause trouble from my family. I want to be healthy. I don't want to eat this thing. And then somebody like me, I don't know, when John Brady, for example, Professor John Brady. So he's a colleague of mine. We worked together for, I don't know, over almost 40 years. And I saw him today. I went to the gym. He didn't see me. He was at the swimming pool doing yoga. Great yoga. He's 70 something years old, and his yoga is very, very good. Because he doesn't have tummy. Why he doesn't have tummy? When he sees this donut, he doesn't feel any addiction at all. He just leave it. He won't eat it. I'll say, John, have a donut. He'll say, nah, it's okay. I have to do yoga. I don't want to eat that. You know, it's not so good. You know, and then he doesn't have what we call addicted personality to donut. Probably has some other addiction that I don't have. I don't know. But I have personality. My personality is that if I see a donut, I have to eat it. I don't care what, you know. I don't know. Even if I already ate a big dinner and my wife made me a pie, I will still eat a donut. If I get a chance, I will still eat a donut. Even though I'm full, I will still eat a donut. I have an addictive personality. My good friend John does not have an addicted personality. Why? Okay, why? It means my addicted personality came from something, and his not addicted personality also came from something. Okay, if the pen is true, then there's some seeds in my mind. I have seeds. Geshe Michael has seeds in his mind to be addicted to donuts. Okay, and John Brady never got those seeds. Okay, so now we have a clue, a very clear idea how I can stop my addiction. What? Find out the seeds that gave you your addiction. Find out why you have addiction donut seeds and your friend John doesn't have addiction donut seeds. Why? Well, how do you get those seeds in your mind? Okay, then we can solve this puzzle. Okay, why Geshe Michael has a donut addiction and his friend John doesn't have a donut addiction. It's because, according to the ancient wisdom, I must have encouraged this kind of addiction for other people. Okay, well, okay, I didn't go to my house, call Seiji around on the phone, say, Seiji, I want you to be addicted to donuts, you know, come to my house. I want you to be addicted. We don't think like that, okay? We are not such bad people. But when we have addiction to donuts, we will buy a box of donuts and we will bring them to the office here in Sedona and we'll start sharing them with other people, okay? And so that's how I got addicted personality. Okay, that's how I got addicted personality. And John did not do that. Okay, my friend John did not do that. He understood that to eat donuts can give you diabetes, can make you overweight, can hurt your kidneys. He understood that. He doesn't think it's a nice thing to give other people unhealthy food. And that's just culture, okay? That's a cultural thing. You know, I grew up in my family culture. we share unhealthy food with other people to honor them, to thank them, to be friendly. We give them bad food because it's a friendly thing to do, okay? Then we plant seeds in our mind for addiction. Then we have an addiction. So, of the 3 spheres, can you guys go back one slide? Of the 3 spheres, not the guy with eating the donut, yeah. The guy eating the, yeah. So here's the first of the 3 spheres that we're talking about. There's the guy who has the addiction. Why does he have addiction? Because he has addiction personality. Why does he have addiction personality? He gave bad food to other people, maybe as a friend. Maybe he thought it's a nice thing to do. In my culture, American culture, very often we give cake to somebody or we give cookie to somebody, and that plants a seed for addicted personality. If I don't want the first circle, if I want to stop the first circle of addiction, I have to be careful not to give addiction to other people. Okay? I have to be careful not to give addictions to other people. If I'm addicted to unhealthy food, I can stop those seeds if I try to give other people healthy food. Okay? Someone tried to give me an orange today. They said, Geshe, don't eat the cookie, eat the orange. I didn't eat the orange. But that person is making good seeds. All right. All right, next picture now. If the addicted person is coming from seeds, how about the thing they're addicted to? The second sphere, the second part of the relationship, okay? To have a relationship, you gotta have one person, you gotta have another person, and you have to have a connection between the 2 people, okay? To have an addiction, you gotta have an addicted person, you gotta have something they're addicted to, and you gotta have a connection. They have to meet each other. You can't be addicted to something that you cannot get in your whole life, okay? I mean, you could, I guess, but it doesn't happen, right? So the other circle of 3 circles of addiction is what are you addicted to? Okay, donuts, okay, donuts. And now something deep, okay, and now something deep. Where did donuts come from? Okay, I'm traveling next week with our Vice President Seiji. We're going to Asia. We have to give some business talks, you know, and to get a visa. One country said, tell us everywhere foreign country you went to in the last 10 years. Please give us a list. There's 20 places to write the list. I couldn't do it. Why? It's 31 countries, okay? We teach business in 31 countries, okay, in the last 10 years. DCI Global teaches business in 31 countries. Then it was a big trouble with the visa, you know. You have to be honest. You have to tell us all the countries you visited. But you don't have space to put 31 countries. You only have space for 20 countries. You know, like that, okay? Why I'm talking about that, sometimes you go to a country, they don't have donuts, okay? I don't know. You go to Russia, they have ponchik, they don't have donut, okay? You go to China, if you don't go to the American stores in China, there's no donut, there's a yochao. If you go to Mexico, Guadalajara airport has a big donut shop. But inside Mexico, I don't know, you have to eat, what's it called? Churro. Okay, yeah, churro. My churro colleague is here. Yeah, so anyway, some countries I go to, even I want to buy a donut, They don't sell donut. They don't have donut, okay? My country has. Now, did you ever wonder why only your country has the thing that you're addicted to? Isn't that strange? You know, if I lived in another country, they don't even have donuts, and unless there's an American donut shop, but they don't make donuts. Okay, I have been in countries where they don't have donuts. Okay, that's important for stopping our addiction. That's important for stopping our addiction because there are places in the world where they don't have any donuts. They don't sell donuts. Nobody wants them. Nobody made them, okay? So why is Geshe born in a country that has the thing he's addicted to? Okay? Why is Geshe born in a place where they have lots of donuts? And your parents, when you're a good boy, when you do good in the school, they give you a donut, okay? Why Geshe, who has this addiction to donuts, why is he born in a place where they have donuts? And who made the first donut? This donut didn't exist, I don't know, 100 years ago. They ate something else, okay? This donut in this store in America, Dunkin' Donuts, or I don't know, Donut Palace, or whatever. These are invented recently, okay? These stores, these shops, they're made recently. Who put the donut shop in Geshe-la's country so Geshe-la is born and wants a donut? Who put the shop there, okay? And we have to think about it, okay? That's the second sphere of an addiction, okay? Who put those objects of addiction in your culture? Who put them in your city? Who put them in your world, okay? You did, okay? You did, wow, okay? Who made the cell phone that has the useless news on it? Who made the thing which wastes? I get a report. Do you get a report on your cell phone every day? Or I didn't ask for it. It's another junk on my phone. They tell me how much junk on my phone. I get junk on my phone that tells me how many hours of junk time I wasted today. Sometimes 3 hours, 4 hours, you know. So who made this phone? Who made a bad thing? Who made bad sugar donut for me to get addicted? I did, okay? In this DCI global system, in this seed system from ancient wisdom of the eastern part of the world, those are not accidents. There are no accidents, okay? There's a reason why Geshe-la was born with these objects, these donuts, in his country, in his town, in his world. I planted them, okay? I planted them. The dog doesn't see a pen. Geshe-la sees a pen. Maybe you don't see donuts, you don't notice donuts. Maybe there are people who don't think about where's the donut store every single day. Like John Brady, he doesn't care about donuts. Who put the donut shop in my town? I did, okay? We say I did. I put those seeds in my mind. How? Why did they open a donut shop to hurt me in my town? Because I hurt other people with something I'm selling, okay? My business, something in my business hurt people, okay? And I don't care because I make money from it, okay? So I don't know, in the diamond business, you know, then there's a responsible way to sell diamond. Somebody's getting married, and you say, they say, I want to buy a diamond, Geshe-la. People come to me all the time, my friends. We sell 300,000 diamonds every day. In my company, we sell 300,000 diamonds every day. Then, of course, when my own friends want to buy a diamond, they come to me. Can you sell me one? Oh, Geshe, you're selling 300,000 diamonds every day. You have little extra ones someplace? Of course you do, you know. Can you sell me a good diamond? Then if I'm greedy, I will say, yeah, I have one. It's $30,000. You know, I have a good one. It's $30,000. Then my friend said, well, Geshe, I don't know. I just want a diamond from my fiance. We are getting married. I just want a diamond. You know, I don't need a big diamond. I just a wedding diamond. You know, you have anything like that? Then if I'm not an honest person, I will. Oh, really? So you're getting married, but you don't love this woman? Of course I love this woman. Oh, but you have a limit, right? You don't pay more than that. Yeah. So you don't really love her. Your love has a limit. $10,000, $12,000. My love is $10,000, Geshe, but my love is not $30,000. Then if I'm not an honest person, I will say, oh my gosh, I don't know if you should get married. You don't want to spend 30,000? You have price limit on happiness? On a wedding? You want to spend the rest of your life with somebody and you have a price limit? What are you thinking? You know? And then if I'm not an honest person, I will push them to buy something. It's not good for their family. The best way to hurt a new marriage is to get them both in debt. Okay? Then they will fight about money for many days, you know. The best way to start a bad marriage is to get them both, the man and the woman, in debt. Then they will fight with each other. Okay? So then if I have this kind of attitude, I don't care about this people. I just want to make more money. Okay? Then they will sell donuts in my town. Okay? Then they will sell donuts in my town because I planted the seeds to have the donuts in my town. Geshe, this wasn't your decision to put the donut store in your town. That's true. I did not decide to put the donut store in my town, but it's there, and there's a reason. Okay? Nothing is coincidence in the seed system. Nothing is coincidence in the seed system. There's a reason for everything. Someone put the donuts in my town, and that's me. Okay? For me. Okay? If you have donuts in your town, or you also live in my town and you eat donuts, you also put the store there. The store in your town you put. My store in my town I put. Okay, understand? So this is the second of the three circles. Okay? Who created donuts to make Geshe unhealthy? Who created the things which we are addicted to? Okay? You did. You made the seeds. Okay? When you fight an addiction, fight those seeds. When you fight an addiction, fight those seeds. Don't give bad food to other people. Don't give sweets to your friends, okay? And then, I don't know, the donut shop in your town will close down. Even you want a donut, you cannot get it, okay? One of the most powerful ways to stop a serious addiction is to stop access to it, okay? Stop the access. If you have an internet addiction and you're looking at the internet late at night, you're looking at bad things on the internet, then I don't know, put your computer someplace and lock it at 6 o'clock in the evening, okay? And it has to be a good lock, okay? It has to be the lock which opens only at 9 o'clock in the morning, okay? But you can do it, okay? If you really want to stop your addictions, stop the access to that thing. Stop the access to that thing. Who created the donut store in your town? You did. How to stop it, okay? then don't create addictions for other people. Don't help other people. Don't enable other people to get an addiction. All right, last thing here. You're going to see here a search algorithm, okay? I hate this thing. Every time I get an addiction and I'm looking up donuts on the internet, and I don't know, I'm traveling to Los Angeles next week, I will look up donuts on the internet. Do you guys get push ads? Stagey, do you get push? They push ads to you now. It's an algorithm. If you look up donut shop in Los Angeles because you're going there next week, then suddenly when you look up the news, you know, I turn on my news channel in the morning, there's 3 advertisements for donuts. I'm like, God, how they know? How do they know? Geshe, that's their business, you know. Where do you know, smart kids from Princeton, they used to go to investment funds, like on a big banks, like Goldman Sachs or something. And now, smart kids from Princeton, they go to a laboratory and they make algorithms to push products on the internet to addicted people. If they know you have an addiction to donuts, if they find out you are searching for donut shops, then every time you look at the news, they're going to send you donut advertisements. You're like, okay. And who created this new system? Who put algorithms on the internet? You did, okay? Don't blame the big companies. It's so funny when people blame the big companies. Oh, McDonald's, what's the Kentucky Fried Chicken, they are killing 80 billion chickens in China every year. 81 billion chickens just in one country every year. American company killing 81 billion chickens in China. Oh, they're so bad. They're such a bad company. No, if you will go there and buy salad, they will make more salads. Okay? They're not killing chickens because they like to kill chickens. They're killing chickens because you buy chickens. And when you buy a chicken, they will kill another one. So you will buy another one tomorrow. Okay? So if you don't want these big companies pushing bad things to you for your addiction, then stop buying it. Okay? Just stop buying it. You don't have to complain to the company. You don't have to protest on this is a bad company. You don't have to do that. Just stop eating it, okay? Then they will sell you something else, okay? So when you have an addiction and people are pushing the object to you, you created that. You asked for it, okay? All right, next picture. And this is my last picture for you guys. And we're almost at the end of our invitation event. And thank you for coming. You know, it's a long event. I know. Sometimes my friends send me videos of their family or something. If it's 30 seconds, 1 minute, I will look at it. If it's like 45 minutes, an hour, I don't even open it. I don't even check what's in it. I don't want to watch my brother's cat for 45 minutes, you know. I don't care how cute the cat, you know. So thank you for your time. I know time is precious. And I know it's unusual to watch something for so long. But let's close it up in a way that's going to help you, okay? And this kid, I love this picture. This kid is shutting down their addiction, okay? They want to shut down their addiction. And what I said before is really true, okay? One of the greatest happinesses in life, and I'm telling you from someone who spent 69 years in this world, one of the greatest pleasures in life is to stop one of your addictions, okay? Or bad habit, okay? If you have a bad habit that your house is sloppy, too much junk around your house. You have 20 pairs of shoes you don't wear. You have 20 pairs of pants that the demon made small. Then get rid of them, okay? And when you kill your addiction, you feel so happy, okay? And that's the reason we're having DCI level 6, and we're inviting you to come, okay? It's a beautiful level. We're going to help you stop your addictions. Why? Not because we want money. I have enough money from the diamond business. I don't need more money. I just want, and all the DCI stuff, what we really want is we want you to be happy, you know? It's so fun to be with happy people. It's so fun to make another person happy. And it makes you happy. It makes us happy. We want you to be happy. One of the greatest happinesses in this life, and I can tell you, because I have had bad addictions. I fought them. I stopped them. Okay? How? I attacked the 3 spheres. I attacked the 3 spheres. Well, what's the 3 spheres? Number 1, I attacked my addictive personality. Okay? For example, my attraction to donut. How do you do that, Geshe? Plant the opposite seeds. What's the opposite seeds? Share healthy food with other people, you know. Share healthy food with other. I like to buy these protein drinks. I share them with my friends. I keep them in my car. I just give them away. Here, have a protein drink. Don't drink soda. Don't drink sugar. Drink this healthy drink. It's a healthy drink, you know. It costs me $1. Makes them healthy. I feel happy. Make other people, help them to eat healthy. That's going to change the seeds for your addictive personality. First circle. Second circle. What do you do, Geshe, if you're surrounded by the things you're addicted to? You know, I don't know. Pornography's everywhere. Everybody's showing it, or it's everywhere. It's in the movies. It's in the music. It's in the rock and roll. It's everywhere, Geshe. How can I not be addicted? Well, who put those things in your world? Okay, who put the object in your world? You did. Okay, you did. It's like an algorithm, you know. When you ask for donuts once online, then all the donut companies gonna send you advertising. Okay, it's like that. Okay, once you hurt another person by giving them something unhealthy, then you're planting seeds that the world will send back unhealthy things to you. Okay, so help your friends in a happy way, and don't be a pain in the ass, okay? Just give them nice food to eat, you know? And maybe they say, I don't like that. That's okay, but you have to try. When you try, you plant good seeds. And now the connection between you and the addiction you have, okay? The connection between you and the addiction you have to break that connection. You have to break that connection. Well, how do I do that, Geshe? Well, take an interest in other people who have addictions, okay? It's ruining their life. You can be polite. You can not talk about other people's addiction. Or you can help them, okay? Sometimes the best way is just be honest. You know, look, I see you have trouble with sweets. I see you have trouble with internet. You're looking at strange things on internet. Do you need help? Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk to me? Do you want to go out and coffee and talk about your problems? You know, like take an interest in other people. Sometimes they say, no, I don't want to talk to you. Then it's okay, that's all right. I like my addiction. Okay, it's okay. Go ahead. You know, but I think many times we don't reach out to our friends who have an addiction and try to help them. And maybe they feel a little offended that you talk about their addiction, but actually they want to be free. They want to get free. So help them. Whatever you can do, help them. It plants seeds that destroy the 3 circles of addiction in your life. Okay, so that's our introduction event, our invitation event. I'll tell you something funny. None of this stuff is in DCI level 6, mostly, okay? Okay, this is mostly new stuff. Why, Geshe? Well, as I said at the beginning, I like it when there's new ideas, new approaches, new systems. I like it. It's interesting for me. I don't want to teach the same thing over and over. I don't want to hear the same thing over and over. And I think you're similar, okay? So we've tried to give you an interesting invitation event so you get a taste for DCI's system, the seed system. Please use what you learned here. Use it to fight your addictions by helping other people with their addictions, okay? Break your 3 circles, okay? And if you feel like it, if you want to go deeper, if you want to try new things, if you want to reach out for that great happiness of stopping your addictions, I super encourage you to come to level 6. There's many, many things we do. You're going to have many, many different classes, discussion groups, follow-up. And it's just fun. And gosh, it feels so good to be free of your addictions, all right? And your family will know it, and your friends will know it. It will change your life. All right, see you there. Hope to see you at level 6. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Geshe Michael. Wow, what a thought-provoking talk. We can trace bad habits to the seeds in our minds, and then there is a completely new method of beating addiction with a side effect of being happy. Let's hear it from our next speaker about this. She is none other than my partner, Helena. Aside from being a great MC, she is also a Diamond Cutter Institute Global, or DCIG, facilitator. She has attended many DCIG courses and teaches students all around Asia, including me, to use the seed system to achieve their goals. However, level 6 is one course that she hasn't attended yet. Let's hear about what she thinks. Over to you, Fireball.
Right, thank you so much. She called me a fireball. Hopefully, I'll be very fired up tonight. All right. I was just listening to Geshe Michael, and I was just thinking about what if all these negative emotions, negative thoughts, they can be erased and bring me to my highest potential. And that's where it makes me very curious that I really need to attend the level 6. You may be wondering why. Well, I have a confession to make. Actually, I have addiction as well. Of what? Nobody can tell because it's in my thoughts here. I have an addiction of complaining. About who? My spouse. That's why I always have my teacher asking me, what's your weather over there? Yeah. So, you see, when we are so engrossed with addictions, which I never knew, complaining in my thoughts, nobody can see it, I'm actually having addictions. But today, after hearing from Geshe Michael about the 3 spheres, wow, I really need to attend level 6 ASAP, or else it's difficult for me to reach my highest potential. And complaining is something that we do it. For me, I do it unconsciously. Without me even thinking, it's damaging to myself because it causes a lot of emotional turmoil in my life. Plus, once I have these addictions, guess what? I also have sugar addictions because when I'm down, I like to take sugary stuff because that makes me very happy. And to add salt to the wound, I make beautiful cakes as well. So can you imagine what kind of addictions that I have that I truly need to work on? So well, all of us do have it. So that's why this level 6 comes in so timely, because I have already reached a certain stage that I want to reach to my highest potential. But if I have these addictions that is holding me back, it would take a while longer, but I can't wait. I'm super excited to reach my highest potential. Well, so if you are just as curious as I am, you would like to know, what is this level 6 all about? And when is this going to happen? May I have the slides, please? So level 6 is what Geshe Michael have just spoken. He talks about the addictions that we didn't really know, or maybe we know, we didn't want to acknowledge it. And this is a very upgraded level 6, which comes to me like a total surprise. And this one is going to be held on October the 6th, the 7th, 8th, and 9th, and the 15th and the 16th. And today, if you were to sign up, you're going to get a very special early bird price as well. It's up to the October the 2nd, which is 1560 in Singapore dollars. And apart from that, if you are going for a revision, you're only paying 400. And I think that's a very fantastic deal. If we want to reach to the highest potential and becomes the best version of ourselves, and plus becomes the most magnificent you, right? And we not only have the special rate in Malaysia and Singapore, but also in Indonesia. Can I have the next slide? So if you are staying in Indonesia, you can always click on the chat box, the link to connect you to the promotion. So please don't wait, because every one of us wants to reach our highest potential and be the most magnificent that we can. Give yourself that gift, the gift of love, the gift of joy, the gift of happiness. And I believe all of us are entitled to that. So please continue to look into the chat box and check it out ASAP. I am curious and I am excited, and I just can't wait for this level 6, especially knowing there's 3 spheres and how to identify and how to acknowledge. And why am I saying all this? Because I really truly want to plan a 100% partner. I have a partner, but I want it to be 100%. So perhaps this is because of my addiction of complaining that is holding back me to have my highest potential life partner, right? So over to you, MC.
Thank you. Thank you, Helena. You are absolutely right. Every course in DCIG or the DMO or in the seed system always teaches me something new. It targets that specific point that we need to improve in our lives. So ladies and gentlemen, do sign up, and we are here always to answer your questions if you have any. But first, don't forget that by being here, all of us are also making memories. So please turn on your cameras and give us your $1 million smile, and let's take some pictures. IT, would you help me to take some pictures, please? Are we
Turn on
ready?
your camera. You are going to plant a lot of affection seed. Tonight, going to have the love is all around, right? So now, wow, I see beautiful couples together. Fantastic.
Second
Smile.
shot, hold on.
Oh.
Smile, please. Okay, hold on. One more shot to go. All right, hold on a minute. Yes, we are done. Thank you very
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you for the picture. So now we've heard from Helena, who has not attended level 6. But let's also hear from a speaker who has studied this level in the past. She will tell us how it impacted her life in a way that seemed impossible, but achievable. From the Lion City, Singapore, please join me in welcoming our next speaker, Jean Yap. Over to you, Jean.
You're muted.
Okay, thank you. Hello, everybody. Thank you, MC Grace, and hi, all DMO friends here. I'm Jean Yap from Singapore, and it's my pleasure to be being here to share with you what's my takeaway from level 6. So I still remember when I attend level 1, 2, 3, the very first level that I joined, it was 2017 July. Yeah, so after the workshop, I actually I try to be a good student. So teacher say I must have a commit partner in order to have a good progress in our learning curve. So my commit partner, she point out that I have a very bad habit that I always do. You know, like when we plant seed, right? If let's say you do it habitually, the seed will ripen very fast. Of course, another way, I also plant my very bad seed habitually. So actually, after my level 1, 2, 3, there's a one workshop called level 6. 3 weeks after that, so she strongly encouraged me. I must go. It really helped me out. Okay, let's see how. Then I joined the level 6 workshop. It sounds it's very deep for me to learn because there's a very interesting painting we will go through. It's a very lovely painting, and I don't know why I really love it so much even until now. That was my very not even was even until now still my very favorite painting. Then I discovered a lot of addiction which I never know. In the past, I always thought like addiction must be like addicted to coffee, like smoking, or like even like it could be alcoholic. When I go deeper, right, I realize I have these very bad addiction. I do able to share 2 points. So hopefully I got some time for the second point. One would be it's a negative emotion. I like to blame myself. I like to blame myself. Every incident happen, instead of blaming other people, I'll blame myself first. Yeah, and come to a certain point of time that I feel shockness when I blame myself. Like for example, if let's say uh I was an insurance agent, even around at now also insurance agent. So when I sign a case, client paid the money, so the insurance policy enforced. And out of nowhere, client changed their mind. It's very common. And they say, okay, I want to cancel the plan. So usually a lot of insurance agent will blame that client why you change your mind. But for me, right, I will blame what did I say wrong to her? Did I wear wrong color dress? Did I never smile during my presentation? Or did I never explain properly? Yeah, it's very funny thing. Like even at home, like when things never done properly, right? I was thought like must be me. I never do it in the proper way. And so this one also bring down my confidence level very bad. Like no matter how much my colleague or even my bosses they express that I'm able they want to input their trust to me. They want to say that okay I can handle the project myself. But it's always hard for me to gain that confidence level. I always thought like okay I'm going to screw up the whole thing. And even like in a relationship also, I thought like I not deserve a close relationship or attached with someone, because I thought like I will screw up the relationship. No, maybe my character is not easygoing. Maybe my character is like I should be alone. No, I deserve be alone. So after the workshop, right, I get to understand like all these are coming from me. It must be some seed that I planted in the past. Maybe I've forgotten. That is all right. It's okay. So I pen it down. So I like to pen down on a piece of paper like what is the opposite seed for me to replant them. How to stop blaming myself. And you know what? My very best comic partner, always who do you know, is actually my nephew. And very thankful, my sister, she just gave birth her baby nephew at the age of like, not that time, I think about nearly 1 years old. Yeah, so I always not take him as my commit partner, because for baby they don't know like when they are doing wrong things. So it's very good for me to always guide him along, give him like when he do things wrong, like no baby, they will spill the food on the floor. Then I'll give them confidence. It's okay. That's normal. Then we can clean out the floor and we can move forward. It's natural. Even like I was served in the study group also. Study group, because a lot of people they facing some failure in their job. Then I also give them a lot of encouragement and telling them that all these are a pass and parcel. It's just our learning curve. If you never go down, it's just like if you are doing some stock and shares, right? If you never go down, you'll never go up. It's just a normal learning curve. So slowly to guide them through. And today, right, I see that my confidence level is coming better and better. I cannot say that it's 100%, but it's getting better and better. Even like previous month, I lost a case of like about nearly 300,000 insurance policy. So in the past, right, I might stuck in my cave and like, oh no, shit. No, what have I done? I must be never treat my client well, never treat her a good meal or what. But right now it's like, okay, since the case burned, right, it's okay. I shall move forward and look for a better case. Yeah, it's okay. Just move forward. Of course, it took me some time, but it's very short. My recovery time, right, maybe within a day. Then I move forward. It's okay. I go for another case. And this self blaming, right, it also helped me to move forward instead, not just make to bring increase my confidence level. It also accidentally cure some addiction. Like for example, I like to start with my phone, like handphone game, social media. You know, nowadays, I don't know for you guys, but for me, I like to go through my social media, especially those posting. Once I post a photo, right, I always so look forward someone write me a comment. So I felt like, okay, I got a sense of belonging. I know that everyone cares for me. But because right now I got a confident level, I post that I think I can benefit other people. But no matter what how people write, I'm very neutral. I'm not affected by how the comment written. And also same to like a lot of people when they walk on the street, they must always check on the phone. When they having a meal on the table, they also want to check on the phone because of I think there's a new slogan called FOMO, FOMO, fear of missing out. So if your confidence level increase, right, you don't really have to worry are you fear of missing out or not, because you know you are always there to create very valuable stuff, not only for yourself and also for other people. So I very strongly encourage all of you. Level 6 is it's really magical. It's not just like a normal 4 steps method or what else. It's like you go very deep. It's like a CT scan to scan in all your cancer virus, which you never know where they hide. Could be hide underneath or somewhere else. No, you already sweep a lot of things under your carpet and you don't know where are they. Level 6 help you to discover all of them. So thank you every one of you. Thank you for listening to my sharing, and I hope I can benefit you. Then thanks a lot. I pass back to our beautiful MC.
Thank you so much, Jean. I just happened to hear he says about the shookness of having the blaming, Wow, I think I have that shookness of complaining. So that's why I need to attend level 6 very desperately. But it was really nice to know that how she overcome with all the life tools taught that she learned. And I'm so looking forward to you. So what about you guys? Well, you see, if you were to sign up in level 6 with DMO, actually we have the application lab that the teachers will guide you hand by hand so that you're able to overcome your addictions. So this is one of the perks that when you sign up with DMO, you are not going to be alone. There'll be people, the teachers, dedicated teachers to guide you through. All right. Apart from that, please remember to join us at our Tiger Mind, in our Telegram, and also our WhatsApp. And it's every Monday and also every Thursday. So this is where we are always in the community. If we would like to grow, like they always says, go fast, follow the crowd, right? Or you must be in the community. So these are the community that we have. Plus, we even have the coffee meditation every night, which we call it the special blend, because a lot of people, when they coffee meditate, they actually see a lot of fantastic results because you keep on watering and fertilize your seed. Well, now that you have heard all this, I believe you have some questions in your mind, this burning desire. How do I overcome all this little addiction of telephones and all the donuts and all that, right? Well, let me invite my next MC, the beautiful Grace, to come and share with us all the question and answer, which will be guided by our own amazing teacher, Shugan. Over to you, Grace.
Thank you, fabulous Helena. Now we have come to our Q&A session, and our first question comes from Carmen Lam. And this will be all of the questions, Teacher Sugeng, will be answered by you. Unfortunately, only you alone. So we go to our first question by Carmen Lam. What if I keep on treating homemade food or healthy food to others? I don't know if this counts as bad habit, but she has this habit. What do you think, Teacher Sugeng?
Sorry, what if I what? You are a bit echoey.
Okay, the question is, what if I keep on treating homemade food or healthy food to others?
Keep on giving homemade food, healthy food to others.
Yes, that's right.
Oh, okay. Oh, what if I keep on? Oh, okay. Giving, okay. So, well, I think this is a good habit. There is no problem, right? I think today in the talk by Geshe Michael, he has made a very clear distinction about addictions. And then he also mentioned that a lesser form of addiction is bad habit. So before something becomes an addiction, it is a bad habit. And because most of the time people don't really acknowledge that they are they have addiction. So now I think Geshe Michael is trying to address this concern, and we are focusing on the bad habit a lot on this time round. Like he mentioned, we are refreshing the content all the time, and in fact, Jean, we don't use that picture anymore. Jean, yep. Yeah, we don't use that picture anymore to be culturally more sensitive to a certain community, and but the principle is still there, and because of that we have a new content, and I think that's a good thing. And another thing, right? So thanks to Carmen, and thanks to Grace to bring out this question. So we need to learn to identify the bad habit, and what common ask is actually a good habit, and a good habit we should enforce. We should reinforce them, because the fact that common is doing that, it is a general, it is a generous, it is out of her generosity, and at the same time, if those are healthy food, I think she scores double. Okay, she scores double. So that is a very commendable act.
So double good seeds for Carmen.
Yes,
Yes.
definitely.
Thank you, Teacher Sugeng. Second question is, I know how addictive my phone is, but if I don't check my phone, I am afraid I will miss out on important messages for work, home, etc. So what should I do?
Okay, this is a good question. And I think, first of all, we need to understand about the why are we using the phone, and how what is our office hour. If you listen carefully to Geshe Michael, he suggested to have a cutoff time, right? So we have our work hour from what time to what time, maybe 9 to 6. In fact, he was suggesting to have a very good lock, to lock your phone and your laptop at 6 p.m. and only can have access back to them at 9 a.m. the next day. So if we have this idea, you can just move your phone away from 6 p.m. and then you should only check the messages from 9 a.m. I think this is something very important. In the past, before all this technology was so advanced, I still remember the days when I could just go home and I didn't have to bother with the work until the next day. So I think we really need to understand this. And just now, Geshe Michael mentioned something new. I hope those of you who have attended level 6 before, you captured that. He was talking about the 3 spheres, right? The 3 spheres. And thank you very much to our note taker Inky for summarizing the content. So this is new for this time, for this level, and I think Geshe Michael wants to bring to our attention that we can also use the 3 spheres to handle this matter of addictions and bad habits. Yeah. So I hope that answers the questions about the phone with important messages.
Very interesting, Teacher Sugeng. The next question is also very relatable. The question is, my procrastination is very serious. I like to avoid what needs to be done, and then I unconsciously do unimportant things. I have been endlessly repeating this cycle and standing still. How can I overcome this?
Okay, this is a very interesting question. In fact, I'm scheduled to talk to Japan audience tomorrow, and this is precisely the topic that I was supposed to cover. So I have the answer for that. I think, first of all, but on top of that, I would like to. This actually reminded me of another life tool that we can use, right? But okay, anyway, let's come back to this level 6. Okay, procrastination is something that that starts as a bad habit. Okay, so it starts as a bad habit. And did you hear what Geshe Michael mentioned about how to differentiate between bad habit and addiction? Some bad habit starts as something which is making us feeling unhappy, and then it is robbing our time and our energy. That is a bad habit, right? And when it becomes serious, it becomes addiction. Addiction means it is hurting us and hurting others. So first of all, in the topic that I'm going to deliver to Japan tomorrow, there are 3 steps we can take. First, we need to identify the bad habit, and here we know that procrastination is a bad habit. After we identify, we need to find solution. And in order to find the solution, we need to know what is causing this bad habit, this procrastination. What is the trigger of this procrastination? Okay, I think we need to really understand that. And then after this trigger, we need to know the root cause. And after we knowing the root cause, we need to do the consequence. And after knowing the consequence, we need to have the solution and finally the result. So this is coming from the surface reason, right? And after we find the solution, we need to develop a good habit to counter this bad habit. And how do we counter this bad habit? Basically, there are 5 steps. We identify the good habit to counter this. Procrastination means we need to take action quickly. Second, we do an action plan. After that, we do the small changes. We give it time. And finally, we need to support and help others who also want to do the same thing. And since we don't have time, right, I have all this written down very well. And the good news is that we are going to cover this in our application lab. So if you are eager to know the solution, I really encourage you to sign up for level 6, and we will go much deeper into the application lab on this topic. So basically the 3 things that I mentioned: identify the bad habit, find a solution, and develop the good habit. How to find the solution is a BTR CSR, and then how to develop a good habit is a GACTS. All right, so that's all. I'm going to send the notes into the chat box so that those of you who want to know more, you can read them. All right.
All right. Thank you so much, Teacher Shugan, and also to Grace. Wow, time really flies so quickly, and we have come to the end of tonight's event. I hope you have some takeaways, and maybe perhaps think a bit deeper. How can I achieve my highest potential if I were to remove all the addictions that I have? Right. So thank you very much for coming. And please remember to join our DMO community through the chat box there. You can just click on the link, just one click away, and you are in the community with all of us. And remember, Teacher Shugan is the creator, author of The Wheel of Life. So if you were to sign up under DMO, you are actually getting the best of the best. So, all right. Thank you, everyone, for coming. I'm so happy to see each and every one of you. Good night. See you again. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you.